Hello, friends, and welcome to the second episode of Booked Live. Thank you, Matt, for that fantastic dance intro. I didn't know we were
You're
going to do
welcome.
that. It wasn't coordinated. That was just a treasure for us to behold.
It's a good tune.
It is a good, it's a banger tune. I always have it stuck in my head, but largely because I spend a lot of time listening to it. Not because I'm like some sort of weirdo. I just have to edit. I'm going to stop talking. I'm Saffron, and I'm pleased to announce my guest, Matt Falcon. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing well, actually,
Thank God for
which
that.
is weird because I'm on a podcast.
Is it the place where people go to be sad?
No, but I expected to have more jitters, and I don't.
Oh, you overly confident?
Not overly.
Maybe
Maybe.
say that. Possibly.
Possibly.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today. It is very exciting to have you on the show because we get to talk about your upcoming novel, which I'm not going to say the name of because I don't think we're doing that yet. And thank you for also sharing your exclusive cover reveal for the book, which we'll be sharing with you in about 10-15 minutes or so. We're just going to wait for some more people to arrive. But before we get onto that, I'm going to ask you some questions about your writing. I'm just going to get straight into it. Otherwise, we'll have loads of preamble. Nobody cares about that.
Preamble is the good stuff, right?
I think post-amble is the best when you're like running out of stuff and then you just start talking about random shit. That's
Is that actually an actual word, post-amble?
It is now.
Good. I love it. Stealing it.
Yeah. This was the preamble.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting, Saffron. Come on.
So this upcoming book is going to be out in December,
Yes.
and it is your debut novel. So what led you to actually start writing?
What
You're
led me to
asking for an answer for it. Let somebody tell me. Give me the answer.
I do this thing where I have to look away to think because otherwise I can't. Not all the time, but sometimes. So what led me to write? Well, I think mainly my wife, to be honest. So I've contemplated writing for a long time. I've never really pursued it because who makes money in writing? Sorry, people, no one. So so I never really did it because I'm also kind of ambitious and I want to have a life that is nice. So I always just kind of pursued angles and jobs that did make me money. And now I'm in a place where I can do that a bit less.
That's
and
cool.
write. So that's really cool. I'm really enjoying it far more than I actually expected to. So
Really?
Yeah.
That's very cool to hear. That's very cool to hear. I'm glad that you're actually in a place where you can not worry about whether or not you're doing something to further yourself. Because I
Yeah.
think when you do creative things, you are furthering yourself, just not largely only in a personal way and for your own growth and development. So I don't know how much of an organized person you are. Did you
Not
set
very.
Not very. That's
No.
fine for you either. Did you set yourself up to write it in a specific period of time, or were you just like, let the story come out? Excellent. Okay.
No, and so definitely not a set period of time because I had no clue what I was getting into, to be honest. So I just wanted to do it and start and see where it led me. I did have some like ideas up front. They were all wrong. So I've been working on this thing for nearly 2 years now. So that's I think about a year longer than I expected.
Really?
But that's also because I had no clue. So I was like, I can write a book in a year. I probably can, but it takes me a bit more practice, I think. I'm
Yeah.
no Tim McKay yet, who can write a book in like, I don't know, 2.5 farts. So
Oh, well, a new unit of measure just dropped. So your expectation to be able to write it within a year, was that just based on like an unearned confidence or misinformation?
But I don't really actually know what it was based on. I think it might be based on just a year being a year.
Oh, yeah, because people say I'll do it in a year. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it this year, and I'm like, so, and you know, the early starts are pretty fast. At
Mm,
least for me, they were. So I could write like 5,000 words a day,
hmm
and that's pretty fast. But then, and you're like, oh, this is going well, and then you end up at like 120K in no
hmm
time, and then you start redacting it, and then you're like, okay, this is all shit. Like you need to completely and utterly make yourself not sound like a toddler.
It's hard.
It's like it was literally like I was reading one of the stories one of my kids was telling me. I'm
Mhm.
like, I always laugh when when they talk like that, and I write like that.
Oh
But
my god.
I think that was just a learning curve for me as well. I mean,
Mhm,
it's definitely way less. Not it's not gone, but it's way less the you know the case now that I'm
mhm.
like this happened and then that happened and then that it's like it's so stupid.
But when you're first getting the story down, you're not necessarily thinking about how the whole thing's going to be structured, especially if
No,
it's in the early days of your writing career or whatever, however you want to label it. And as long as you take those lessons that you've learned and put them to the next thing that you do, because I know you're looking at writing the second one already. Um, I'm interested to know what the difference in experience is going to be for you going into book two and how you're going to tackle it differently,
yeah,
if at all.
yeah. I actually tweeted about this. Sorry, my wife's coming in. I
Anyway,
actually hello. She can't hear you.
okay. Oh, yeah, you got headphones on. Pass on the message after this.
um, what was the question again?
Oh, how do you think you'll do things differently moving
Oh
on?
yeah, yeah. So I was saying I actually tweeted about this. I think so. The first novel, like this one we're going to be
Mhm,
talking about soon, is I just pantsed. So I just wrote everything down and just
mhm.
went along with the story.
Okay.
And I think for the second one, I'm just going to try and do plotting, like full on plotting,
Mm,
the whole thing,
okay.
just to see how that works for me. Because for the first one, I was definitely not there. I had no clue what I was doing. I was like, I just need to
Mhm,
go right and find out what happens.
mhm.
I think I now have more clue of what I'm doing, and also kind of know how to be structured if I want to be.
Yeah.
Um, if that makes sense. And yeah,
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm really considering to just plot the whole thing and just see what that brings me, and
Mm,
then see which one of the two styles I prefer, or whether it's a mix, you know, whatever.
mhm.
I just really want to learn all there is to learn about all the things. So yeah,
Well, that's how you grow and that's how you develop your writing. And I think going on to a second book of the same series, you've already got kind of the core cast of characters. You've got the landscape and the way that people behave and their personalities and the way they talk, and so you don't have to worry about all of that. You
no,
haven't. You'll probably meet new characters along the way, but you're going to have that like core group of people that are going to move on, and you'll go, okay, well, I know I've got these people, so I can put them here, here, and here.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm really interested to see the difference between the two because I've been lucky enough to read it already, even though it's not out yet, and I really enjoyed it. Again, another win for indie fantasy. I don't know what it is
thank
about
you.
indie fantasy. It's like apparently really good, something I like. So, um, so you're self-publishing this.
Yes.
Is that because of impatience, or want to control
Yes.
what you're doing?
And because of impatience, because it
Mhm,
takes a long while to even get an agent, and then I mean, I'm really very happy for people who got an agent, but then
mhm,
you still have to wait like a long time for you to actually,
mhm,
if you ever become published. So definitely impatience. Also, I've I've been in online marketing for like I don't know 10+ years.
mhm,
Um, so I don't really dig the idea of other people doing that stuff for me because I know how picky I am. So I kind of want to do it myself.
I completely understand it. I can't imagine how difficult it would be to let somebody else control how my book child is presented to the world. I think I would
Yeah,
find that really hard.
yeah,
I'd probably be a fucking nightmare. I don't know how I could do that.
yeah, and I mean, yeah, it's stuff like that, but also stuff like you're telling me to do this and this and this, but look at what you're doing. You're doing this and this and this shit. So
Oh my god.
I mean, that would probably happen. I'm not really good with authority.
Yeah, you also don't seem to mince your words very much. So you're like, well, this is my opinion, and everyone's like, oh, okay.
It's been known to happen, yes.
Social media is a good example. So I wondered, so having the experience that you have in the marketing world and in the sort of websitey world, do you have any advice that you could pass on to people who are trying to market their work, that you see people making mistakes? Don't name any names, we're not here to shame people, but if there's any like recommendations that you can give to people, if you can't answer right now, we can save that and come back to the end. Come back to it at the end.
I mean, I don't think there's actually. Well, I think the most important thing is just go with your gut. So I think what people tend to follow a lot is what other people says works,
Interesting. Okay.
and in the end, you always need to find out what works for you and for your product. So it doesn't really work the way that okay, so this is the way it works, and of course there are always general ideas, but you still need to test them. Like everything I've ever told anyone to do in online marketing, I'm like, okay, so this is the general idea, and it makes sense, but I mean, it still doesn't work that way, or not exactly that way, for quite often actually. So like 10-20% of the time, it's just complete opposite, or just something different. So you need to figure it out for yourself. Just play around with it. So that's one thing, and the other thing is I don't think telling people how many sales you had and that you need another today is really marketing.
I can see why people do it, but and it does frequently translate to guilt sales.
Yeah.
Noticed. But what happens when you run out of people to ask? Is like it's not something that has longevity.
And it's empty. It's not about you. It's not about your product. It's not about it's literally just saying, I need a sale. Yeah, okay. So does the rest of the world. So it's not really. At least give it anything. Give it a premise. Give it meaning in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, because I think not everybody's going to share your personal goal that you have for your sales. And I mean, even Blake said it's self-degrading. I suppose it depends on who the person is. And there are those in the camp who pity sales. Yeah, again, not the best long-term strategy. And it might work for groups of people. And I'm sure people do get sales from it. I don't think it's like this thing that doesn't necessarily work, but it's not great if it's a horrible word. I'm going to say it anyway. It's not great for your brand, because that's what you're trying to put out there, is like this consistent thing that people know what they're going to get. And you're trying to convince people to read the book that you worked really hard on. It's really interesting looking at social media and seeing what tactics people have, especially when they don't adapt or change, or know that it's not working and then do something different. And then you see people that do the same thing over and over and over again, and then they complain that they're not getting any sales. And I just think that's on you.
Yes.
For not changing and adapting.
Yeah, it's 100%. That's why I said, like, test anything that you're doing. Because testing just means doing a lot of stuff, seeing what works. If you can't do ads, then do something else. and try to do something else and see how that works. And if you can do ads, see what platforms work. I mean, it's not the same for anyone.
Well, exactly. And I'm sure that it differs between, we will get to the cover reveal in a second. I'm just going to finish this train of thought. You also have different social media platforms have different requirements for success, whether it be the customer base and what they want to see or the algorithm wants to put out there. And also the differences in genre are very important. And I think that's what a lot of people forget, is that they'll copy and paste what other people are doing, or they just pick it up by accident. And they've got a totally different kettle of fish to sell to. That's a terrible analogy, but we're going with it. We're selling fish today. It's a totally different customer base because they want to see something else. So like if you have something that's quite romancy or has like sexual themes or whatever, people want the sex from it. They want the romance from it. If you have thrillery stuff, they want to see thrillery stuff from you because they want to get that vibe before they read the book. Yeah.
I agree. I mean, yeah, okay. There you go, Christopher. Your last name is Brand, so you know how it works.
Yeah. Yeah, so it is important. Here we go. Sarah literally throwing her book at people's heads to get their attention.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Violence, but I believe in you, Sarah.
I mean, she said she started throwing it at people's heads. She's not saying she actually hits them.
Yeah.
Because I doubt it, but
I don't know what her aim's like. But I don't know. I reckon she's like a secret sniper, but with book throwing.
Like from the bushes.
Yes. So should we do the reveal?
Yes.
Who wants to see a book reveal or cover reveal? I want to get at least one yes before we put this on.
Yes.
There is a slight delay in the chat, so it's going to be awkward silence for like 5 seconds. Someone better say yes.
No one's going to say anything. I know that.
Come on, guys, please don't do this to me.
That's why I said yes.
Oh yeah, I said I wanted to see it in the chat, but you can't access the chat. I need you to log in. There we go, Blake. Thank you.
Thank you, Blake.
Ready? Let's do this thing. There we fucking go.
Yay! Oh, there we go. I didn't know she would do that. That was my wife.
Please tell me you knew she was going to do that.
I didn't know.
That was so sweet. Oh, it's going to make me cry. That was lovely. I love a celebration.
She's emotional now.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, we will play that again at the end. But it's a sick cover, it's an awesome book, and I can't wait to scared Tim. The fanfare for that was amazing.
People thought someone had been shot. She's saying she didn't know it was that loud, but I don't believe her.
That was very sweet. Yes, so you can head to the QR code in the top of the screen. I don't know if it's on the left for everybody or not, but at the top of the screen, and you can head to the website and check out the cover if you missed it. And we will also do, you know what the cover looks like. Imagine I put the wrong. Someone scanned the QR code. I didn't know that you could see that.
I love it. I see it as well. I did. It was me.
It's one person did. And also, apparently, Tim is not allowed to say that he's scared, and he's been fired from the Dark Veil Society. I assume that fired means like from a cannon, as I imagine horror authors will do. They're well known for shooting people out of cannons. Anyway, let's talk about the book. So, before I ask you questions, would you be able to give the listeners? Oh, someone else scanned it. That's very exciting. Would you be able to give the listeners a bit of an overview as what to expect from the book?
What to expect from the book?
Mm-hmm.
You're fantasy.
Fantastic. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.
Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, I think so. Do you want a summary? What do you want?
Like, yeah. Let's have a summary.
Like a kind of summary. Okay, so it's an epic high fantasy. I learned this from L. Lyons. Set in an alternate world. The world is dying, and most of it is just a big wasteland covered in sand. Mm-hmm. So basically, a desert.
Desert.
and somewhere in that desert, there's still some land and a city that's managed to survive so far. Mm-hmm. The city is called Eden City, named after the father of the MC. Mm-hmm. The MC doesn't like his father, but he doesn't really realize yet how vile and evil and dark his father actually is. Mm-hmm. And once he learns the truth, or starts learning the truth about that, that's kind of when the story kicks off. Mm-hmm. And the MC called Shen, he goes, through the wasteland and finds all these amazing creatures, peoples, mm-hmm. and starts on a journey of, let's say, self-exploration, mm-hmm. and friendship and grappling with loss, stuff, mm-hmm. like that. And then all of that he needs to do, while the darkness is coming, as you just saw. Mm-hmm. I think that's about the best of.
Without spoiling anything, that's a great summary. We also have dragons and glowy swords.
Yes, and glowy swords. I like it.
Sandy Furbies.
Sandy Furbies. Thank you, Blake, for
I still think they look like Pokemon in my head. These creatures.
I mean, that's probably a more apt description than a Furby.
Yeah, because Furbies are furry and they're not made of fur. So
exactly. Exactly. But to be fair, they didn't read the book yet. They just went off.
That's amazing. I thought they had, and I was like, "What fucking book were you reading?"
No, they just went off my half-assed answers to questions I got randomly on some TikTok interview.
That's fine. But yeah, it's great. I think that's a really good description. So there are a lot of feelings in it.
Yes.
I found it to be full of basically every emotion that a person can feel, and he felt it really, really hard all the way through. So there you go, Pokemon and fantasy.
There you go.
And
pre-sales live right now.
Yeah, the pre-sale is live. Go to that QR code, folks. But yeah, hi Mark, nice to see you. I mean, not see you. I mean, I see your avatar. I assume you're there. Yeah. So I have some questions that I want to ask you about the book.
Yes.
Hopefully this will not be full of spoilers, and obviously only answer it if you feel comfortable to share the information. Who was your favorite and least favorite characters to write?
My favorite to write was definitely Gris, which is the MC's best friend, so Shen's best friend. My least favorite, that might actually be the MC.
Really?
It might be, yeah.
Why?
Because I kind of started out. I mean, he's grown a lot, even in like the manuscripts as well. But I started out writing him like a really whiny stuck up little bitch of a kid. So, so that was annoying. I tuned it down a lot, I think, because it was too much.
Mhm.
It was like looking into a mirror. But
Amazing. Oh, don't know what that's.
so I think that's actually, it's also like it's the MC, right? So it's the one you need to really nail down,
Mhm.
and I think it was just the hardest to do as well. So that made
Yeah.
it the most annoying because I don't like work.
So you wrote a multi-thousand-word novel and plan a series out of it.
Okay.
What's the punishment? I don't know. That's on you, buddy, and I don't feel sorry for you. Um, so when you set out to write this, and you were like, right, I'm going to write a book, was this story already in the back of your mind, and then you needed to get it out, or was it, I want to write a fantasy book? How do I start? Let's start with this premise.
So the story I started out writing was actually already in my head for, I think, decades.
Okay.
But the story that's on paper now
hmm
is definitely different and way more evolved.
Okay.
But that's the thing that I started writing was something that I had in mind for a long time, and now it's just, well, I think evolved is the best way, because there's still the essence is still there, I think, but it's definitely different than what I had in mind when I was, I don't know, teenager.
In what way is it different? Is it the actual plot itself, or is it more like the way that the story flowed, or the people, or the setting?
It's I think it's the plot, and I think it's a bit darker than what I had in mind.
Okay.
So apparently my mind just likes to go there.
And also, we all get very cynical with age, and
Yes.
you're getting on a bit.
Yes. And if you want to, portray people in a truthful way, then it tends to get dark.
Well, definitely, and also the things that Shen has to tackle in his life are really dark themes. Like
Yes.
there's drug use and bastard father, and evil magic, and I mean the dragons are cool. We're not worried about them. So the whole like journey of self-discovery, or however you want to label it, is a massive challenge for him. So of course it's going to be dark because there's a lot of death. It's quite violent. I think Gris was my favorite to read because do you pronounce it Grizz or Gris?
Gris.
Okay, good. Just making sure. Otherwise, I'm going to.
I don't care. But
I care. Otherwise, I'm going to a knob.
I mean, I think this is one of the cool things about writing and about art in general, is that everyone has their own ideas, and that's fine. That's cool. That's what makes it art, right? So I'm not going to tell people, no, you should pronounce it this way. I don't care.
Interesting.
Pronounce it whatever way you want, because it's not going to matter to the story how you pronounce your name. So
that's true. I tend to shorten people's names in my mind, especially when they have more than one syllable. So I give them nicknames. Yeah.
I mean, why do you do that? Just in your mind? Why don't you do it on paper?
Oh, is it when I'm reading other people's books?
Oh,
not rewriting your book for you. I'm not getting paid for that. And also, Tim has got a good point. If it wasn't dark, the title would suck. It is called Tethered to Darkness.
Yes.
Just in case you missed that and were mesmerized by the cover and didn't actually see what it was called.
It could happen.
And yes, pronounce it how it's comfortable to you, especially when it comes to fantasy, because some of the names are very much made up.
They're all made up.
They're a mishmash. I guess every word's made up, but they're very uncommon in the least.
Yeah.
At least.
I mean, I don't think mine are like out there as some of the other fancy authors' names, but they are all made up. This is, so I always like listening to people telling me how they came up with their names for their characters, and they're like, yeah, and I did this and I did this, and they do charts and whatever, and I'm like, I just think of a name. There's really not much more to it with me. So like, I think of a name, I just start writing, and then a name pops up, and I'm like, okay, that's your name now.
I can't direct that much of my attention to something so minute to me as a reader. Yes, Sarah, all names are made up. I said a stupid thing. I said it like stupid, like with 2 O's. So there we go.
You mean Canadian stupid?
Just sappy stupid.
That's a long text you just put on there. Let me just take 5 minutes to read it. Yeah.
You're gonna be all right.
Let's just get 5 minutes of silence to read Caitlin's message.
Oh, fuck's sake. I'm glad fantasy authors don't gatekeep. I assume it's gatekeep. Yes. About the names and terminology, because it can be hard to get the exact name nuance from reading, and some people can be very particular about it. I agree. And there's also a saying that I heard from my husband, is if people mispronounce things, it's either because they've never been corrected or they've only ever read it, and you shouldn't discourage people from reading.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
So, said your husband?
Yeah.
Okay. Does he read?
No. It's all right, though. He reads some stuff. Anyway, so yep, names and words are all made up.
Yeah.
Well established.
Well established.
My rule for names are generally 1, MC, easy to remember, 2, everyone else, what sounds cool or fits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to discourage people from continuing to read. Because if your MC has like more than 2 syllables, in my opinion, is too many for someone whose name comes up all the time.
Yeah.
Like, don't make me work hard to say the name. That sounds really lazy. Also, you're being threatened in the chat. I'd just like to point out Tim's getting rowdy up in here. Tim,
why am I on thin ice?
I don't know.
What do I do now?
You just wanted an opportunity to say ice, probably.
It's Canadian. You could say that like every day.
He does read my stuff. My husband does read my stuff. So it's the only stuff he'll read, as well as
that's cute.
Graphic novels, which is reading. Anyway, back to your book. So I've asked you who your favorite and least favorite characters were to write. Do you have to get into the right headspace to be able to tell a story, or are you just like, right, I'm going to write between this time and I'm going to get this amount of words out of me?
So I never set a goal for writing, but I do have like set days and hours that I'm writing.
Okay.
I kind of need to, because I have 4 kids.
That's
They're small. They all go to school, so I really just need to plan my writing time. There's not really I can't just do it in between stuff.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do you have to write in the same place?
No.
Can you write anywhere?
Pretty much. Yeah.
How do you do it?
I clack on my keyboard like, you know.
Please don't tell me you type like that. That's very old. Showing your age.
Showing your age. Oh my! I have some words for you, woman.
I've already read the whole manuscript. How many other words do you know?
So,
Oh, dear.
I mean, I could do this as well. That's just creepy.
On me.
That's just creepy as fuck. So
That was probably creepy.
I thought I'd go through, you know, the age-approved version of typing. But so, I mean, how do I do it? I just sit down and start typing. That's basically how I do it. Sometimes I'm not really. I find I'm not progressing a lot, but I just go on anyway. That's basically what I do.
Force yourself to get it out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's weird to me. I'm sure other people do that. If I'm not in the mood, I'll go, well, that's not happening today, and I stop.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you'll get the vibe at some point, to be honest.
Hmm.
But that's also kind of necessity again for me because I've got like 1 maybe 2 days a week that I can write.
Yeah.
So I just need to make the most of the time. There's not really an option for me to say, okay, well, see you next week. So yeah,
Yeah, I think, I mean, everybody writes totally differently. And some people can go into a coffee shop and listen to all the sounds and write, and some people can have the TV on while they're writing, and some people need music, and it's all down to the individual at the end of the day.
yeah.
I found that there's no actual pattern. Like
Nope.
people that write particular genres or styles, I haven't noticed that there is any specific type of thing. It's just how that person's brain works because I get so easily distracted. So I've switched to I've started rewriting my book by hand like a lunatic because I find if I'm typing something, I'll go, oh, I didn't reply to that email. I'll just go to my emails. I won't stop myself from doing it.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to take away screen time for myself, like I'm a fucking toddler. Otherwise, I can't get on with anything. So it amazes me when people are like, I'm going to write, and this is what I'm going to write, and it happens, and then they're successful at it. And I'm like, it's like magic to me.
I mean, well, at least you got some magic in your life then.
I do. I love a bit of magic. Yeah. Oh, are you descended from elves?
Not that I know.
Well, we'll have to find out. Have you ever done one of those 23andMe's?
I don't know what 23andMe is. I'm very Dutch that way.
I don't know what they're called. I don't know.
Like
They're like the ancestry.
genealogy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a word I forgot.
That's a word. Yeah, my grandma used to do that, and she did it back to the 1400s.
That's cool.
That's really cool, right?
Oh,
And it turns out my entire family up until the 1400s and up and later, they all lived like in this town or like 10 kilometers from here.
what?
We never moved like an inch.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Oh, apparently you wouldn't be accepted by the elves.
No, I know. I my looks are too rugged for them.
I don't know if you put on the little ears.
Little ears. I mean,
Yeah.
I need big ears to be honest.
Little ear extensions.
The pointers would go up to here with my ears.
I think that might look a bit daft. Yeah, maybe not that. So I'm going to roll back to marketing a little bit because I had a couple of questions about that. So have you got a plan moving forward as to how you're going to get this book in front of people? Because I know that there is a trap that a lot of writers will fall into where we're just marketing to each other. Do you have any plans as to how you're going to get it in front of actual like readers that don't write?
Yes. Advertising. Advertising is basically it for me.
Okay.
Which is not an option for a lot of people. I realize, but it is for me, so I'm going to do it.
Fair enough.
So yeah, and then just work out which platforms work best.
Okay.
And I am very aware that trying to sell on social media is probably not the biggest thing for me or anyone, to be honest. But my reach on social media at the moment is like 99% offer. So
yeah,
which is cool. And I still want them to buy my book, but there's like loads of other people out there. So yeah, it's going to be advertising on Amazon, advertising on whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so largely like pushing those to, because I know that you can specify like age ranges and stuff. I suppose it's worth experimenting and just seeing what the data says and then pushing it to the right people.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll do any in-person events? I don't know if that's something that's very common sort of where you are.
I don't think I will because I'm in the Netherlands, and sorry, went through a tunnel there. I'm in the Netherlands, so America is quite a way off for me, and I think that's my biggest market. So in-person events are not really I would need to sell a whole lot of books for me to fly to America to do in-person events
Yeah,
to sell books.
that's fair enough. So is it going to be, so the ebook comes out on the 1st of December.
Yes.
Is it going to be available wide, or is it just going to be in the one place?
No, wide. It's already wide, so it's everywhere. It's on Apple Books already and Kobo and everywhere basically. So yeah.
I'm curious to know what the numbers are going to be like, because I know some people are trying to move away from Amazon, but it's also incredibly convenient, which is a blessing and a curse, because it's a fantastic, I've said this before, it's an incredible tool for self-published writers. And there aren't actually a lot of reliable alternatives where people go, that's where I'm going to buy a book, because when you think of Amazon, you think that's where I buy books a lot of the time, because that's how it all started. So yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes, and I will be asking you questions in the future about it.
Yeah, it's funny because in the US it's very Amazon focused. In the Netherlands, it actually isn't. I think Kobo
Okay.
actually has a bigger market share here than and Kindle does.
Where does, sorry?
Kobo actually
Oh, really?
has a bigger market share here. So one of the biggest Dutch e-commerce sites has a partnership with Kobo. So every book you buy on there, you just gets directly linked to your Kobo if you have a Kobo account linked.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so Kobo is pretty big here at least, but it's very country specific here. And Kindle is on the rise, to be honest. So yeah,
It's on the rise.
yeah.
Again, it's really convenient. I can fit all of the 20 books I'm currently reading in my pocket. So
Yeah.
until some alternative comes along, I'm going to
I mean,
be.
Kobo is an alternative, but it's just not as big in the US.
Yeah.
It's an e-reader as well. It's just and pretty good, to be honest.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
But I must say, not as good, which is annoying.
But maybe when more people transition over to using them as a platform, then
Yeah.
they'll be able to inject more funds into making an equivalent quality thing. Anyway, I don't know why I got into that. That was a bit weird. Okay, so unlikely to do in-person events. Do you think that you'll contact any like retailers once you go for the physical copies as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and before it's launched in December 1st, I'll also be sending out ARCs and doing all the stuff to get reviews, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go through the usual motions, I think. But yeah, I mean we'll see. I mean, I have no experience whatsoever in contacting bookstores in whatever. So we'll see how it works out.
Yeah, and I mean, trial and error is going to be your friend in this scenario, and it's going to be easier the next time that you bring out a book, especially if you're going to do a series. I mean, Ellen Holmes, who was the guest last week, said, a lot of the times you can just approach these indie bookstores, and she said if you go for the indie ones, they're more likely to be more accommodating for people that are self-published. I mean, there are some that won't accept particular types of printing or whatever, but other than that, something you can try.
Yeah.
I love the internet. It's terrible and fantastic because you can pretty much do anything.
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's the world is your oyster.
I hate oysters. I like little. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to move on. Is there going to be an audio version?
It's not on the roadmap yet. It might be, but it's not really one of my highest priority things to be thinking of. I'm like marketing this thing and writing this second book at the same time. I think that'll fill my days pretty easily. So yeah.
But if you do, I know we discussed.
If I do, I'm gonna get Tim McKay to narrate it.
Oh, there you go, Tim. You got yourself a job.
And he can pronounce all the words just the way he likes to.
Tim has got a lovely voice, so I think that'll be a good choice. I don't know if he's off. I like his voice. Don't be mean, Tim. If you're still listening to this, I think you've got a nice voice. I know that you're going to be on All Caps tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Little advert for All Caps. What time?
Same time, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So same time that started. Tim, if you're around, put the link in the chat if you want to. I'm happy for you to do that, because I imagine that it's going to be as awkward and unhinged as this episode. Lovely. I imagine that's to Matt and not me for plugging your show. Oh, we're like a big family here, guys. That horrible corporate thing. It's just like everybody sort of hates each other a little bit.
I love it. That's what I'm here for.
So before we sort of wind down at all, I wanted to give everybody the opportunity to ask questions. So if you do have any questions for Matt Falcon, then please do drop them in the chat, and I will highlight the ones that I notice. And if I don't notice them, then I'm sorry. Post it again if you want to. But yeah, so just to go over it again. So your debut novel, Tethered to Darkness, is going to be out in ebook form on the 1st of December, and it's available for pre-sale now. We've also got the QR code, which I know some of you have already scanned if you wanted to access where that is, and head to Matt's website as well. And I will also put the links in the chat afterwards in case you don't like QR codes for some reason. They're one of those things that when they appeared, I was like, they're shit. Nobody's going to like those. And they're fantastic. You can put them on bookmarks and stuff. I love that. It's great.
Love it.
I love it. I fucking love a QR code. The author space is quite prickly. It can be. It totally depends on the people that you interact with. There have been countless people who have just been fucking rude. And I decide that I just like their messages or their comments and I just stop interacting with them. But I know that you, Matt, can be, you stand up for yourself a lot more. That's a nice way of putting it.
That's a very political way of putting it. Yeah, sometimes sometimes I bury people in the ground.
Yeah.
By bashing their head, but on the ground. But yeah.
Oh Christ. Yeah, I make a mental note of who they are, and then I don't interact with them again. I had one person. They're not going to be listening to this. I don't know why I'm whispering. I'm going to lean in close to my mic and whisper it. When I first started this whole endeavor, I'm not going to name any names. I had somebody say basically, good luck, you're going to fail within the first year. You may as well give up now. I thought, oh, that's fine. I said, I don't think I will. I've invested too much time and money in this. I'm not going to give up, and thank you. Appreciate your help. And they recently emailed me to ask if they could partner with me for something. And it was just like, no.
I love it.
You're on my shit list now.
That's cool, though. That's the best vengeance you can get.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Saf shit list. Sarah has pre-ordered, but she can't guarantee
thank you, Sarah.
She won't still fight you. I think that's a fair trade, to be honest. Maybe you should offer like fights and say if you win, then they have to buy your book. Just a thought. Different marketing thing. You don't know unless you try it.
I mean, very, very true. Sarah already bought it, so
she's a bit.
But yeah, I'll fight you if you want to.
I don't like fighting. I'm too lazy and I can't move very quickly. Also, I cry a lot. I don't think that. Then you'd feel bad, and it'd be this whole thing. And then if I ever had to interview
you'd
again,
have no clue how my mind works, do you?
I bet you would. I bet you'd be like, "Oh man, I feel like such an ass." Yeah.
I'd be like, "Stop crying, you wuss."
No, you wouldn't. I bet you wouldn't. I bet you'd be like, "Oh man, I feel well awkward." That's my prediction. So basically, here's the new thing. Matt's got to try and make me cry with sadness. And then you've got to look at me while I'm crying, and then we'll see how you feel. We'll do like one of those lie detector tests, and we'll just see how you're feeling at the time. And then you'll have to answer some questions, and then we'll determine whether or not.
I mean, just name the time and place.
Right now, we're going to do it live, folks. Fuck it out. Oh.
Where are you going to get a lie detector test, though?
eBay. Like all sorts of shit on eBay. Random stuff. Like really weird stuff. I got into this talking of Furbies moments ago, I love a long Furby. I don't know if you know what that is. It's basically a modified Furby where the body's really, 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 really long, and it's got a Furby face. And I have wanted one for a very long time. There's a very specific one, and it's orange, and it's got mannequin hands, right? It was my phone background for a number of years. You can buy those on eBay and Etsy. Etsy's a good one as well. Oh gosh, I chose between. What did I choose between? Buying a long Furby and I think buying a piece of equipment, and I bought the piece of equipment, which is a bit lame, really, isn't it? Imagine that.
I really don't know at this point, to be honest, because my mind goes all places when you say long Furby.
Long stand Furby. Sarah gets it. We're going to help you come up with marketing things now. Okay, guys, in the chat, I want you to help us come up with some interesting and unusual marketing tactics for Matt to try when it comes to advertising his book. Furbubu, like the Labubus, which are very strange key rings that people are buying. Very weird.
I heard about this like somewhere in the back of my mind. But it's not
you
really
heard
landed.
About it in the back of your mind. Who's back there?
Loads of people aren't there with you.
So weird.
How does this surprise you?
I'm not surprised. I'm just aghast.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. All right. We need a video of a Furby advertising the book, with or without sand. What you could also do is, if you want to do the physical copies, put some sand in the book so that when people open the book, the sand falls out. Like those glitter bombs that people can send.
I love that idea, actually.
Yeah, just random sand.
I really like it.
There you go.
Would it not, like, Matt, here's the voices too. Not the same voice as Grant, I can tell you.
I'd love to know what Grant's voices are saying to him. I imagine. Are they in a Scottish accent, Grant? Love to know. Here's a good one from Andrew. Hello, Andrew. How you doing? You could break into people's homes and leave a copy like Santa. Is it a burglary if you're adding to the collection and not taking away? Would you slip it up? Would it be slip?
No, it's not a burglary then. It's a breaking and entering.
Oh, yeah. Breaking and entering and gifting. Here's the thing. Would you put it straight into the bookshelf or leave it on display for them to see? Would you leave a note?
I would probably leave it somewhere they would trip over.
Oh, you're such a dick. Of course you do something nefarious. Hopefully they'll break their neck and the last thing they see before they die is the front cover of Tethered to Darkness.
I mean, that would be a cool marketing thing. Tethered to Darkness killed 2 people.
I can just see the next time I interview just newspaper clippings, but like mashed paper mache, sorry, on the window behind you. It'd be amazing. Sarah said to steal a different book and then it's even, so you could swap your book for somebody else's book. That's something you could do.
I don't want other people's books though.
Throw them in the bin. No, recycle them. Let's be good to the planet. Or give it to a library. Depends on the book, to be honest. Doesn't it? If it's a shit book, recycling.
I could break into a library and put my book there. Break into
you
a bookstore.
Go in during business hours because you could just.
No. I'm going with the breaking in theme.
Oh, Marketing with Crime by Matt Falcon. I am excited to see the blog post. You're welcome to feature it on Idiosyncrasy if you want. Oh dear. Imagine there's a book and a pile of sand under your pillow. Do you put your books under your pillow? Is that where you also keep your sand? Also, I don't think it would be a pile of sand because it would just be a little
sprinkle.
Yeah. Because what you could do is you could use it as a bookmark right? You could just get a bit of paper or a dish or something and just scrape out the sand, and then when you've done reading it, you can just sprinkle the sand back in, bookmark. So really, it's a 2-in-1.
That sounds really elaborate.
It's an elaborate book. There's a lot going on. Oh my goodness. Whew. Oh, here we go. Market it like The Exorcist. The book hospitalized 5 people. Paper cuts. I need more than that. I don't know if you know about that, Matt. I don't know.
No, it's me leaving the book where people trip over. And
Okay,
then...
is that the one we're sticking with? Oh, I'm so sorry. It was when you were going to go in like Santa. It's the Sandman, but it's Matt Falcon. That is, you are going to be in the newspapers if you do that.
Yeah.
On the front page of MSN News.
Serial killer by accident.
It's not by accident, it's by design. You've already established it, and this is your confession.
I don't know.
Is this what you were expecting from this?
Yeah, there or thereabouts.
Just checking. If anyone's watching and they have an interview upcoming, it is going to be very similar to this.
Just not as fun.
Oh,
that's really mean to say, isn't it?
Yeah, it depends who it is. Is it going to be big enough to trip over? I know you hate this question. What's the page count?
I don't know, Saffron. You tell me. But I have no clue.
It's nearly 400, isn't it? It's like
around 300. Is it actually big enough to trip over? I mean,
I could trip over 4.
Yes, I guess. Yeah. You could also slip when you stand on it.
Yeah, depending on the coating on the cover. Because if it's a flat touch, then it would probably trip over it because it won't move.
If it's what?
If it's like, oh no. Like a matte finish. For fuck's sake.
Okay.
You could get a grip. Oh my Christ. Okay. I think it would be big enough to trip over because it would be an obstacle. Whether it's this big or this big, I don't know what the actual things are. Like what the actual
the matte touch.
No, that's what happens when you go in like the Sandman. Fucking hell. It's like just after lunchtime here. It's too early. It's too early to be talking about that. Oh my God. Oh dear. Oh. You're such a
trip over your own demons. Oh wow. That's a deep one.
Well, with no more entendres, please. Gloss or matte? Is that just a preference, or is that a question about the book, or is that for everybody? What do we prefer? If you're reading a book, Matt, do you prefer if it has like soft touch cover or a glossy cover?
I didn't know there would be a difference in feel to the book.
Well, unless you don't touch it with your hands.
I mean, I'm not really. When I'm reading a book, it's a weird thing, right? When I'm reading a book, I'm reading a book. I'm not touching, feeling the book with my hands. I'm just reading the book. I have no clue. But
surely you have feeling in your fingertips. I'm sorry if you don't, because
I do.
That would perceive a difference when you're holding it.
Yes. Well, I mean, technically, yes. Does it actually reach the part of my brain where it becomes conscious? No.
Oh, well, bully for you.
But by the looks, I would probably go for matte, just because it's called matte.
Oh.
No, and because I like it.
Yeah, I think it looks better. You have to adjust the style of the art sometimes, or the color saturation to get it as vibrant. Like gloss, you will get a much more vibrant look to it, but I think I prefer a matte cover because then it's not reflective.
Yeah.
And you can actually see the artwork properly on it. We've also got the Amazon matte covers are dog shit.
Yeah, I'm not getting those.
Yeah.
I'm not doing Amazon thingies for hard copies.
There you go. That's very
There
exciting.
you go. Do my own thing.
You can do your own thing. Oh,
it's a secret.
that was really creepy. You could probably do the voice of the dragon, I think.
What, the dragon in my story, or just any dragon? I probably could, yeah.
Yeah. I think that would suit.
Got a nice dark voice.
Yeah. It was just creepy because I think you were very close to the microphone.
And because I got a dark voice.
God, you do. Oh, you really sound like someone I recognise, and I can't remember who it is. It might be Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I remind you of a dwarf. Okay.
Not in stature, just in behaviours. Oh dear. Before we wrap this up and before we re-show the cover reveal for anyone that missed it, has anyone else got any other questions about Matt's book other than what the secret is? I'll wait for the awkward delay. This would be fantastic when people are rewatching it and they can't actually see the comments. I'll show them on stream.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Tell us the secret. No.
It's just catching it up. Oh, it's in reverse. It's very confusing.
That still only counts as one.
What?
I have no clue what Tim is on.
This is the problem with the chat being delayed, is that it often just is nonsense. Which largely is probably fine, but when they'd like direct things about something that happened 3 seconds ago, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? How old is Shen?
So Jocelyn is actually one of the other beta readers. So
hello.
I'm not telling you. Might have changed it up a bit. I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah, because I don't think you make an actual reference to Shen's age. It's like
no, it's kind of vague. There's one time where I mentioned like a period of time that has passed in his life. Mm-hmm. So he's at least that old.
He's at least a period of time old. That is the about as accurate as we're going to get. Oh my god, Tim, I'm such an idiot. I'm sorry. I've had a bucket of breakfast tea and it's not breakfast time, so I think my brain's just like, what the hell? Thank you for clarifying. Can Andrew borrow $20?
Sure.
Great. Also, you suck, apparently.
I'm aware.
Jocelyn, she gets it. I'll just wait to see if there are.
I made him even younger, Jocelyn, just so you can freak out.
He's actually 5 and he's really having a shit time. Okay, here's an actual question. What made you write a series instead of a standalone book?
Well, I finished the book, but I didn't finish the story.
Okay. So
That's
you didn't decide in advance that it was going to be...
Oh, no, definitely not. I had no clue. Well, I mean, I had a story in my mind, but then it went elsewhere. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's kind of how it goes. I don't think I've met a single writer that will go to write a book and it be exactly what they expect in the end, because it just doesn't happen like that. The question we've all been wanting to know the answer to is...
Who's Jan?
Oh,
the old sod. You mean the old sod?
The old sod! Oh, I bet he's not watching this, so it's okay. He's not going to watch it.
No, he's probably asleep. He always falls asleep in his chair. So.
Was he? Oh, that's really
I don't know. I'm just making old jokes all the time.
I'm very gullible, apparently. Sarah, you're not sorry, so don't pretend like you are. And that's fine. We love the interaction.
Also, I'm not giving a date. It's also a secret, Sarah.
Oh, what, for the fight?
No, for the kiss.
Oh, I thought you were going back to violence again. Is it just going to be like a surprise one?
Oh, you're going to be surprised.
I hope it's on.
He probably is as well.
I don't think that's legal either. I suppose it depends on what country you're going to do it in. Who knows?
I don't even know where he lives. Is it? I think
Not in the
it's
same country
Indonesia.
as you.
I think it's Indonesia. I'm not kidding.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say anyway. I don't know if he's private. The author of Secrets.
Tim is wanting to know.
It's because Tim wants a kiss. Or he's had one and he knows and he wants to tell everybody, but you keep saying no.
Yeah, you're seeing right through me.
I'm an experienced interviewer. I know all about these things and secrets and stuff and saying words incorrectly and losing my train of thought. Classic interviewing technique. Oh dear.
At least you got the sharp glasses.
What, sorry?
At least you got the sharp glasses.
Yeah. It's the British accent and the glasses get me very far, especially around these parts. They assume that I know what I'm talking about, or they'll go, "Oh, I could listen to you to talk." Oh my god, see, I can't even fucking talk. Somebody yesterday said I could listen to you talk for hours, and I thought, no, you couldn't. You give it 5 minutes.
Was it not your husband?
No, it was a customer of his.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Didn't that creep you out?
It happens to me all the time. I've just decided that my response is it's easier. It's easier. Because you can't respond to that. You can't respond to an awkward laugh. So jokes on them.
I mean, it's a foolproof tactic. Yeah.
Yes, your secret's out. What I love is that Jade came in with no context. No context necessary. If you had the context, you'd be in the same place as if you did. And yes, this is why the author space is so fraught with tension. It's because Matt and Tim have got something going on in the background. And we all know it.
Everyone secretly wants to kiss each other, yeah.
Oh my god, it's like being back at school. Anyway, if there aren't any other questions, is there anything else that you wanted to share with the class before we show the cover reveal again?
No.
Okay, bye.
I loved being on here, Saffron. This was a blast. I liked it. I really liked it.
I'm glad. It was a pleasure to have you on. And honestly, this is so much fun. Like the run up to it is always really scary for me, and I get like nervous poops and stuff. And honestly, as soon as it starts and I get to talk to people, it's a lot of fun. And I don't really like people, so I've been really lucky that the guests that I've had on I've really liked. So it makes it a lot easier.
It's almost like you can, kind of filter them yourself before talking to them.
What does that mean?
Well, you said you like all your guests. I'm like, you curate your guests, right? So
I don't. I will say, fun fact, I don't curate my guests. I open up the guest list and let people book on themselves. So I don't actually know. And it also leads me to read things that I never would have read had I have been out in the wild picking books. Including yours. If I'm being totally honest, if it wasn't for this show, I wouldn't have read a single fantasy book.
Good.
Other than Lord of the Rings, so that doesn't count because it's a league of its own. But it is an incredible experience to be able to do this because I get to see everybody's personalities come out. And what's exciting is that you don't get that on social media. You don't get the chance to see people being silly and, sharing things about their process.
Have you seen my social media?
Have you seen but it's not the same. You don't get the same inflections, and you don't get to see people like crying with laughter and stuff. That's kind of my favorite thing. So thanks for indulging this silly, ridiculous, fun podcast show, whatever. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Booked. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Booked. It was lovely to see everyone. Hopefully we'll see you again for next week. It's going to be a bit later, so I'll be interviewing Cassidy Corsi, who is the author of upcoming Fallen's First, and that'll be at 8 p.m. CST. So for those of you in Europe, it's going to be too late, but you can watch the catch up. And if you've just joined at the end of this and you're thinking, I wonder what happened at the beginning, go watch the recording. It's available now. Rewind it. Technology is amazing. Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to share your cover reveal.
Yes.
For anyone that missed it at the beginning, and it will be the opportunity for you to see the awesome trailer that Matt created for this show. And don't forget to catch All Caps tomorrow at the same time. Tim, put a link in the chat, otherwise people won't know where to go. Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
See you in the green room.